Hello? Hey, I don't believe it. A real human. Hello, human.
You been here long?
Long enough. Are we the last ones alive? No. There's a few of us.
Ben Bertolucci is one of the few friendly faces that Leon S. Kennedy will encounter during his adventures in the game Resident Evil 2. An investigative journalist by trade, Ben is one of the only people left in Raccoon City that actually knows something about what's been going on and the hand that Umbrella's had to play in it. Information that, unfortunately for him, has landed him in the position in which we find him during the events of the game.
Is this the guy?
Ben, you told the city officials that you knew something about what's been going on, didn't you? What did you tell them?
And who the heck are you?
I'm trying to...
The story of Ben Bertolucci as we know it begins with his career as an investigative journalist. And while we don't know much of his early life, we do know that before he ever came to Raccoon City, he would earn a reputation as being exceptional at his craft. Associates of Bertolucci would likely make note of him for his ambitious behavior and dedication to exposing injustice. Traits that would eventually lead him to Raccoon City, a town dripping with corruption, desperate to be uncovered. In the summer of 1998, stories of bizarre cannibalistic murders in the Arklay Mountains would strike at the very heart of Bertolucci's inquisitive nature. Initial reports pegged these attacks as a group of deranged killers loose on the outskirts of the city. But Ben thought that there was something more to the tale than just a pack of cannibalistic psychos. The story would draw the reporters' full attention, and as the RPD police chief Brian Irons downplayed the situation, Ben would become convinced that something was being hidden away from prying eyes. He began to become obsessed with the story of these murders and what Irons could possibly be hiding. And while we don't know how he came by his information, he managed to uncover quite a few connections between the pharmaceutical corporation Umbrella and the events unfolding within the city. Rumors would lead him to question what really happened to the children who suddenly disappeared at the orphanage. And was there really a subterranean laboratory that could be accessed from the city's sewer system? These questions would eat away at Bertolucci, and eventually he would use his connections with the local media to set up an interview with Annette Birkin, ambushing her with these rumors and how they all tied together with Umbrella.
About the new scholarship Umbrella setup.
Come on, Annette. Nobody cares about that. They want to know about the G virus.
Where did you hear about this?
And that big fucking sinkhole in the city, which, by the way, rumor has it goes straight to your underground lab. Now, are you going to talk to me, or are you going to...
This interview's over.
Ben's confrontation with Annette would put a massive target on his back from Raccoon's pharmaceutical giant. And as he began to pry into Umbrella's financial contributions around the city, Brian Irons would make preparations to arrest this inquisitive nuisance, placing the reporter into custody and bringing him to a holding cell underneath the city's police station as he awaited Umbrella's instructions on what to do with Bertolucci. Unfortunately, before those instructions would ever come down, the city would be ravaged by a devastating outbreak. The same virus that had captivated Ben's interest all those months ago and started him down this terrifying rabbit hole was now loose in the city. Distant screams of his fellow citizens being brutally eaten filled the tiny enclosure that kept him isolated from the carnage, but that also made escape impossible. Ben had thrown everything he had at this story, tried to uncover the truth and perhaps save the unknowing masses from the horrors of Umbrella's malpractice. But in the end, all he'd managed to do was earn their ire and secure a safe seat where he could listen to the city burn. Ben knew that Umbrella wouldn't let him escape from this nightmare with what he'd learned. knew that they had things far more powerful than the mindless husks that were ravaging the city. And so, in defeat, he resigned himself to his isolation, praying for a miracle and a way to tell the world his fascinating story.
Shit. It's coming. What? What's coming? Come on. Come on, don't be an asshole. Okay, you need this. Just get me the fuck out of here.